What's going on, everybody? I'm going to teach you how to play the Cody Johnson version of Travelin Soldier, the one he released, I believe it was during COVID, with his band. First thing you're going to want to do is tune your guitar into a drop D on that lower E string, so you can play the whole guitar. Second thing you're going to do is, I have my guitar tuned down a half step. He places his capo on the first fret. So since I'm a half step down, I place it on the second to bring it up to where he is at. And I believe he plays it the same way in his music video as well. Things first, on the pre-verse, I guess, or anytime he plays before the verse. Throughout the whole song, he'll pretty much just play a D chord. So, real easy, but he adds the fourth onto the fourth fret of the D string. So it's going to make that shape right there. It's a little complicated, but if you think about it as just a D chord, and then you throw the fourth up there, it's real simple. And then the next little thing that he does before he goes into the verses and starts singing is he'll just do a little riff off of the A string on the second fret, and this D string just open. And he'll just play it like this. It's really good with the hammer on and then the pull off. So just simply play like this on the pre-verse. Alright, y'all, so going into the first verse, and he plays all the verses like this, it's just 3 chords. It starts with a D. He does not add the fourth in from what I can hear. And then a G chord. So typically we're going to play a G chord like this, but since we are in drop D, we're going to move from the 3rd fret up to the 5th fret. So I like to play it with my 3rd finger here, and then I throw my 1st finger on that 3rd fret of the B string. Gives you a nice G chord, and then back to D. And then he also throws in an A, back to G, back to D. And of course this all starts right after, he starts going into it right after that little lick you play on the pre-verse. 2 days past 18, he's waiting on the bus in his army green, switch to D chord, G chord, back to D. She's a little shy, so she gave him a smile. Said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? Feeling a little low. Said, I'm A chord. Said, I'm off in an hour and I know a place we can go. I like to add that little hammer on that he does. Just makes the song sound a little bit, I don't know, more in-depth, I guess. But that's all he does for the verses, is just D, G, D, G, D, A, G. One thing that a lot of musicians do, I've seen Zach Top do this, I've seen Cody Johnson do it, maybe not in the music video specifically, but slide up to that G. Now that you have that kind of chord, just kind of gives it a little bit more. Into the chorus, very simple. It is just 4 chords. You're going to start with this B minor right here, to G, to D, A. And he does that for 2 rotations, and then on the very end, he just strums the A once. When the letter says, soldier's coming home, straight to a D. So one thing I have found, and one thing to pay attention that I think is important, is the tempo. The tempo doesn't change, but the strumming pattern changes on the chorus, which is, typical during songs, but I found it's very easy to get off tempo when you're going from just the regular verse to just make sure you pay attention to that. But super simple, just those 4 chords. And wouldn't you know, it just repeats through the whole song. So it makes it super simple and easy. You just go back to verse 2. Just playing that pre-verse before you start singing. And then straight through. The only variation that he makes is during the last chorus where he kind of stops playing and then goes back into the D. So we'll go. Told her, waiting on the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end. Waiting on the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. When the letter said the soldier's coming home. That's the only variation. So really super simple. The one thing that I will say that I like to add, especially when I'm playing live, is during the 3rd verse. I'll typically just strum the chords once. It adds a pretty cool effect, I think. Where the first 2 verses, you know, I'm playing. And then just the like I said, the 3rd verse, it's just one Friday night at the football game. The Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang. A man said, folks, please bow your head for a list of the local Vietnam dead. Crying all alone underneath the stands. Okay, you get the idea. But just kind of adding that one strum makes it resonate, which I think is pretty cool, especially during that part. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please consider hitting subscribe. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoy playing this song.